You see here? See all these little shavings all along here? Bump, bump, bump. And I just don't get it. Why? See all this here? Look at that. All of that stuff. You shouldn't have any of that stuff in here. And I'm gonna end up sweeping all this stuff out. And see along in there. Look, that's termite food. If you had a termite inspector come underneath your house and they saw all this stuff, he'd write it down and he'd say, hey, we've got to get all that stuff out of there prior to us spraying. And they would charge you an arm and a leg if you had them do it. There's stuff up along here, up in here, even, you know, if you see any wood like here, this is a double. Oh no, this is, oh yeah, it's a double 2x6, making it look like a 4x6. That shouldn't be in here. And see all the sawdust, shaving remnants, plywood remnants. Here's a 2x4 up there. See that? I mean, that shouldn't be underneath your house. Okay, that stuff needs to be cleaned out. Trust me. Trust me, I had a house, I was getting ready to sell it, and they had a termite inspection report, and they came, not at this house, but at a different house, and they saw a few remnants, and they charged me an arm and a leg to remove that, and they said, because it was existing, because the wood shavings were existing, any little wood shavings, because they were existing, he could not sign off on his inspection report unless he sprayed. Can you believe that? Unless he sprayed for termites so that he could know 100% that he could sign off before the house was sold and everything. He wanted his signature on there. And so he ended up having to spray the entire underneath the house. And so he could sign off. Nothing doing. Had I had that all cleaned up first, and there wasn't, like I say, there wasn't much. This place, there's all kinds. And had I done that first before calling the termite inspector out, he wouldn't have found anything. He would have given it a good, clean bill of health. Had he have not found any termite residue anywhere else, like in the studs, on the exterior wall, in the OSB paneling, had he not found anything, he would have signed us off. But because he saw stuff like this, because he saw stuff, he made his report. And lots of times when you get ready to sell a house, lots of times when a termite inspector finds things, he doesn't like somebody else taking care of it. He will. Sometimes we got ready to sell houses when I first started working in the construction business. I was a helper for another company, and sometimes after we got the termite inspection report, getting ready to sell a house, we would look on there and we would try to do as many things on there that we could, but then we still had to call the termite inspector back to pass everything that we did. And if there was something that wasn't done to his liking, he would say, nope, that's not good enough now, and we'd have to do it again, call him out. Every time we had to call him out, it was an extra trip charge, because we thought we could get all the things taken care of on the list cheaper than the termite inspection company. Because a lot of times what happens is when you get ready to sell a house and you call a termite inspector out and he gives you a price, whatever he gives you a price on, you know, line item by line item by line item, usually you're going to find it's about twice as much as if you had somebody else go ahead and take care of the stuff. But then, like I say, you get somebody, you get some other workers to take care of the things, then you have to call the inspector back. Lots of times he doesn't like that, and he might be a little stickler on signing your card off the next time he comes, because see, it's his inspection report he had to provide. Then he's got to sign off on that, even though he didn't do the work. He's got to be darn sure that everything was taken care of and complete. That's how they make a lot of their money. Okay, So anyways, that's a quick dirty on preventing termites from getting underneath your house or getting a termite infestation. Get all of that stuff cleaned up. And I am very surprised. The stuff that I've shown you is just in 3 different areas underneath this house, in the areas where there's light. Once I get this stuff clean, I'm going to have to bring my construction light, my extension cords up here, and luckily for me, because I installed an electrical outlet out down here, I can plug in there. I put an extension cord outlet on my light fixture, this little cheapo light fixture up there. There's an electrical outlet on the side of it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, that part that goes to the left, I can plug in right there. Now, not all light fixtures, little cheap light fixtures, have that, and I only did it over on that side. I didn't do it here. I didn't do it on this one because I used the cheaper one because I was going to be installing that electrical outlet over there. Okay, but I'll come and I'll run the extension cord, construction light down there, and I'll check all of everything underneath here, because sooner or later we get ready to sell this house. Guess what? The inspector's we're gonna have a termite inspection report prior to us selling the house, or during closing, or whatever. We're gonna have to show that, and I want to make sure none of this stuff is there. And we're not ready to sell this house or anything. We may live here, who knows, 10 years, 5 years, or more. But during that time, I don't want to get and try to promote any termite infestation or activity here any more than I can possibly have. Okay, and so that's why I'm going to go ahead and clean all this stuff up. I'm not going to wait until we're ready to sell the house or anything. And so, yes, it's going to be a little time consuming, but hey, anything worthwhile is probably going to take you a while to get taken care of. So look underneath your house, check it all out, clean your mud seal plate and the sides of your concrete. Look down here along here, look anywhere, sift through the dirt if you have to. See this stuff here? I'm going to sift through it and pick up as much of this stuff as I possibly can before I call everything good. And then I'll have to take all the extra plywood and stuff out of here. I've got a couple little pieces of plywood I've seen. Like I say, there's a double 2x6, there's a 2x6 up there, 2x4, and I've seen some other stuff down further, and I didn't bring my construction light, so I wasn't going to show you the entire underneath of the house. But this was just to show you that yes, go underneath your house, take a look, and it'll probably prevent some termites from coming to your house. Here's a tip for you too. When you're getting ready to move around, especially if you can walk around and stuff, get rid of your ankle busters. And what do I mean by that? See all these loose rocks here. There's a piece of concrete here. There's some rocks here. Here's some more rocks along there. Well, they were along the pathway areas where I've been walking. And you know, if you're not careful, you can twist your ankle on one of those. And so eventually I'm going to have some nice paths going back and forth through here without any of these rocks in my way. And look what I came up with here. See, I got this all nicely cleaned up, and I came across this. This is some plumber's tape, it's called. See, it's got holes in it, and I was going to cut that up and throw it away or bend it up. Well, I'm going to save that, because eventually when I get done cleaning and stuff, you know, getting all the wood out and stuff for termites and all that kind of stuff and cleaning up, I'm going to go around and I'm going to do some repairs to some plumbing pipes, restrapping and stuff. If I have to strap up a plumbing pipe or something, I can use this, fold it around, wrap it around, and then screw this up to the side of a 2x4 or a floor joist or something like that. And so I'm not gonna throw stuff away like that just yet. You know, I'm gonna hang on to it. In fact, I could just leave it up here for whenever I need it. I know I got it. Okay, but that's not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this right here. You see that? That's a 2x6. That's part of the form board. That was for this little concrete right here. And when they built the house, what, 19 years ago when they built the house, I get that piece of wood out of there. When they built the house and they took out all the forms, they had a hard time getting that piece out, didn't they? Now usually what happens, the inspectors will do a good job and make sure they pull all the form boards up and the stakes and anything like that. The inspector missed that, didn't he? Because you're not supposed to have anything like that under your house. Why? Because it's a termite red flag waving. Here I am, here I am, here I am, come eat me. And also that could rot after time or something, but not necessarily that. You just don't want it. You don't want anything like that underneath your house, because a termite could be attracted to it, could come in somewhere else, start chewing on that. When that gets done, maybe he comes up further and tries to chew on something else too. So stuff like that, like see that piece there, I cannot get that out with my hammer. I'll have to come back here with my Sawzall and clean this edge up right here, cut that off, and dig that out with a cat's paw and my hammer. That's what I'll do with that. So if you see anything like that underneath your house, get rid of it. Hey, don't forget, bring your gloves down here, bring a dust mask with you, probably have a hat on, maybe some goggles, some face goggles, all kinds of stuff, a floor, drop mat, a knee brace, all that kind of stuff. I even got a back lumbar support brace on, and I'll be all ready to clean, especially when you got exposed insulation up here. Obviously, anytime you touch the insulation, stuff drops, but depending how much room you have underneath your floor and your crawl space underneath your house will determine how much dust is going to be in the way, how much cobwebs, how much crawling you're going to have to do. See, underneath this pipe, anywhere underneath that, I'm going to be down on my hands and knees crawling and stuff. And anytime you start moving around, you start throwing up dust, and you want to be safe rather than sorry. Well, it looks like I better get busy. That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.